Welcome to Techi. In this video we will see how we can onboard our Windows Server 2025 virtual machine to Azure Arc. I will show you the default Azure Arc setup wizard available in Windows Server 2025, but we will try to configure it with the help of the script provided by the Azure Arc. So let's jump to the server and get started. So right now I am on my virtual machine. This is Windows Server 2025. You can see the computer name is Server 2025 and the operating system is Windows Server 2025 Data Center, and Azure Arc management is disabled right now. If we go to the Azure Arc on Azure, you can see all Azure resources here. Right now there is no resources, and inside the machine there is no virtual machine connected with the Azure Arc. We are trying to connect our virtual machine to this Azure Arc. So let's go back and try to enable this. When you enable this, this wizard will open to configure the Azure Arc. Just click on next and you can see it is collecting the information like system requirement, software prerequisites, network connection, and it is downloading the Azure connected machine agent. If I go and check in my downloads, you can see Azure connected machine agent is downloaded by this wizard, and right now it's trying to install it. If I go and check with the app viz, you can see right now it is not installed. So let's wait. So it is installed now. Right now it is not showing. Let me quickly close it and reopen it. You can see the Azure connected machine agent is now installed on our computer. So you can click on configure and it will ask you to sign into the Azure and will ask for the resources details. So let's try to click on next, and here you can see Azure China Cloud, Azure Global, and US Government Cloud. So we will select the Azure Global and will try to sign into the Azure. I will sign in with my credential. Let me sign in. You can see the authentication complete. You can close this. So we are signed in. So now you can see the public endpoint and proxy server. If you are using a proxy server, you can put the URL, but in our case it's a public endpoint. So let's select the Azure directory tenant, and my subscription is MSDN, and resource group I will select as new RG9. This is the resource group, and after selecting this you can see we have to pick the Azure region and have to proceed. It is taking time and we are not doing it with this way. We will try to approach it in a different way. Let me cancel this and let's go to the Azure. I will search for the Azure Arc, and in this Azure Arc you can see the add resources, add and create. You can see connect and manage existing server virtual machine from any of your environment. So we will select this option, and we have three options like add a single server, multiple server, or add server from the update management. So here we are trying to add a single server, so we will select this option. Let's generate the script, and I will select my resource group as a new RG9, and then my region I will put it inside the Asia Pacific East Asia, and the operating system is Windows. And again the same connectivity method, like if you have a proxy server you have to put the URL for that proxy server, or if you have a private endpoint you can use that, but in our case we are using it with the public endpoint. So I will select it, so click on next, and here we have a physical location tag. Let me fill out the physical location tag and let's try to download and run the script. So this is the script. So we will just try to copy this script and we will run it from our virtual machine. So let me open the PowerShell. So let me paste this. It's showing us a warning. Let me do that, paste it anyway. I have pasted it and it started working. It will prompt for the credential. See, I will put my credential here and you can see authentication complete. You can return the application. Feel free to close this browser. Let me close this. If we see here, you can see my resource group, my subscription ID, my tenant ID, location we have selected, and it is the Azure cloud. You can see installing Azure connected machine, checking if this is an Azure virtual machine, it is downloading package. Let me scroll it down. See, it is installing the agent package, completed successfully. Connecting machine to Azure. This might take a few minutes. Testing connectivity to the endpoints, and you can see the percent completed and connected machine to Azure. So it is connected now. So let me close this and let's go back to our Azure Arc. Let me close this. If we go to the Azure Arc and see all Azure Arc resources, you can see we have a server 2025 here, and our machine, we can see our machine here that is connected, and the resource group we have selected is new RG9 with the MSDN platform, Windows Server 2025. So the machine is connected now. If we go and click on the machine, you can see the status connected. The region is East Asia. Operating system is 2025 data center. If we see the recommendation, you can see your resource is following Azure best practices. These are the options which are not configured, and you can configure these options according to your need. If we go to the Azure Arc and inside the machine, if I scroll it here, and you can see the enable the assessment. Right now it is disabled. Let me try to enable the periodic assessment, and you can see it is updated successfully. It may take some time to reflect it. If we go and check again with the enable periodic assessment, it is enabled. If we go to the machine back, you can see monitoring inside. It is not configured. So let's click on try to enable it now. It will ask for the subscription detail. It is already pre-filled there. You just need to click on configure, and it will take some time for the deployment, and it can take 5 to 10 minutes to configure the Azure Arc resources. So let's go to the deployment. It says deployment is in progress and it is completed now. So let's go back. It's not showing right now. It will take some time, but if we go and click on monitoring insight, and now it shows us analyze data. So let's analyze it. You can see it is showing us the logical disk performance. If I try to scroll it, there are a lot of parameters it is showing us. If I click on this and see the properties, you can see the server 2025 and log events. We have heartbeat and alerts. You have a no alert right now, and changes. You can see the important 8, normal 20, and noisy 13. So let's go back. So you can configure your Azure Arc according to your need. You can see the activity log. It is generating the log analytics as well. So this way you can connect your machine with the Azure Arc. I hope the video was useful, and let's meet in a next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon to get notified whenever I post new content.